Alright guys, so we got the Jr50 back out here. We're going to do a handlebar swap on this thing today. Took a little bit of piecing together because these handlebars here are sort of mounted to the risers. They're welded to the risers. It's a one-piece design. So I went on ahead and sort of custom fabbed up my own thing with some stuff that I figured out myself. So take a look at what we got. Let's see if this does or does not work. Before we get started, look at how thin my mount is here. If I can get everything to sort of focus, it's really not very, there's not a lot of surface here. So when I show you the risers that I got are from a cruiser, you're gonna sort of see what I did here. All right, so the risers that I got are built for a cruiser, street motorcycle, road bike, you know, like a Harley. And they're 1 inch lift, but you can see how big that bolt is there. That's going to hang out that much right there. That's quite a bit. So went on ahead and got a 1 inch bushing. So that's going to sit there with the riser sort of like so, and hopefully raise up 2 inches to the handlebars. The handlebars are already lifted as well. These are mini bike handlebars off of a Baja mini bike. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get all of our stuff off these handlebars, and then take the handlebars off. We're going to take this off. I'm not actually going to use it, but I'm going to show you how to get it off, because these handlebars actually have one on here and I like it better. But going to go ahead and take that off. I might keep it just to sort of make them match. But let's go ahead and get everything off of here. There's 2 screws here and here. We're going to go ahead and get those out of there. All right, and once these screws, I'm not taking them all the way out, I'm just sort of loosening them up. Once these screws are a little bit loose, we're going to pull this whole apparatus off. Well, I thought we were. I may have to wait till we get the, yeah, we're going to have to wait till we get them loose. But we're loose. I thought I had enough line, but I don't. We're going to wait till we get the handlebars all the way out. We're going to go ahead and take that off. There's another screw over here. I'm going to go ahead and get this off of here. Again, taking it loose, not taking it all the way out, just sort of taking it loose so that we can move our stop. Push the red button, it turns the engine off. Let's go ahead and get this off of here, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. All right, so I'm going to have to demonstrate this with one hand and then sort of set this back on the tripod and do it again. Got an air hose with an air gun. I'm going to take it, blow air under here, sort of move my way around and pull at the same time. So I'm going to have to put the camera back up so I can show you how we're going to do it. And it's really not that bad. It's a lot better than using, you know, a penetrating oil, because then you're going to make your bar all slippery. But let's go ahead and do that. All right, might get a little bit loud, but let's go ahead and get this off of here. There it is. That's all it took. We're going to go ahead and take the handlebars loose from the bike itself. These are 2 12mm bolts here. There we go. I have already knocked them loose. You may have a little bit harder of a time than I did. They're not very long. They're really easy to get out. Not very long at all. My concern is that the cruiser risers are actually going to need to be drilled out a little bit, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, first thing we want to do is take our kill switch off of here. Hopefully give us enough room to get our throttle and front brake off of there. There's that. Looking a little frayed actually. There it is. Handlebars are out. Those are much smaller. Let's take a look at them. So just looking at these from how they'd be mounted, that's another maybe 2 inches of clearance I'd have just by using these mini bike bars. In any case, there they are. Let's see if the cruiser bolts will fit first. So it looks like the bolt is just the tiniest bit too big for where it needs to go. So I'm going to drill it out just the tiniest little bit right here and here, and get this bolt to fit. I'm not drilling out much at all, but go ahead and drill that out. All right, so now that we've got those drilled out a little bit, took the top off the riser here, so I got it set up. Got my bushing. I'm going to put it on here like so. I'm going to go ahead and slide it in here as gently as I can, because I honestly barely drilled these out, and get it in there. That is a good bit of rise right there. And let's get our bolt on there on the bottom just to sort of get it seated. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. What we'll do when we crank them down is actually get the handlebars on here first so we can get them set up and then tighten these down. So let me get the other side set up and then we'll pick it right back up. All right, so both risers are on there. Let's go ahead and get our throttle and our front brake sort of mounted back on here. Oh, if I'm not hung up too bad, which I am apparently. And let's get our handlebars set. I am hung on something. I am hung hard. Hang on one second. All right, so change of plans. I got these two knobs on here because those handlebars don't fit. Ta-da! Got these two mounts on these handlebars. We're going to grind them off of there so that we can make these fit. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, so we ran into an unforeseen issue with these handlebars here. Although they fit the risers, and they fit the risers very well, they don't fit the throttle or the front brake, which became an issue. So rather than sort of modifying these, I got them from a guy at work. I'm going to just give them back to him. I went on ahead and cut these off of the original bars because I know 100% sure that these do fit. They're the ones that came off of it. Did a pretty good job of grinding. I am no grinder by trade, no welder, you know, no fabricator. But now we're going to mount these up with 2 inches. So, you know, 2 more inches of clearance. That's pretty substantial when they were on the bottom there, you know, sort of like that. So we're adding 2 inches. We're going to go ahead and get them mounted up, and let's go ahead and hook the throttle up, the throttle and front brake up. We'll do the kill switch last, and get all this bolted back up, and then bolt down the tops. And I have not tightened the bottoms yet. I want to get these in sort of loosely so that I can bolt these up without these moving around. So let's get the throttle hooked up, get the tops loosely bolted down, and then of course tighten up the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, so does it look any better? I think so. I still don't really fit. I do fit better. I can actually put my knees to the tank and have my knees on the tank, whereas before I was hitting the bars. 2-inch lift You know, definitely looks like I did it, but it looks a lot better. Let me sit on it and give you a quick view of it, and that's it. Was it worth it? Probably not. I'd probably end up going with a different set of bars as opposed to modifying my own, but this is what I had at the time. Went on ahead and modified my own and did this. This really didn't cost me much at all. Let me sit on it now. We'll call it a day. All right, so lifted the back an inch. Of course, that's battery there, and go all the way to the tank now. A little bit more confident. Still need some bigger bars, honestly. It's unfortunate that the mini bike bars did not fit, but the 2-inch lift did definitely help some. So good little bit of work for not a lot of reward, but definitely got it done. Hope it helps. It's starting to rain, so I need to go inside. Thank you much.